always nice to know that somebody is willing to smile and wave at you. It just makes you feel good. But block parties might be days gone by because everybody has these, we're so divided. You're not emotionally invested in your neighbor. When it comes to family, I think we all need to be open. I know a lot of you are relating to this. So you take the time to get to know somebody, and then all of a sudden they'll say something, a phrase, and that all it takes, you know they're on the opposite side of you. Hey everyone, high five. Gotta do the high five, right? I have a Dear Lee letter. Sort of like Dear Abby. Remember Dear Abby? She says, this is from Eileen Reed. I have a neighbor that wants me to visit. I'm not being rude, but I work 4 days a week. 3 days are 12 hours, so I'm tired when I get home. Plus, I'm an introvert. I enjoy my time alone after all the hours at work. God says, love your neighbors. I wave hi, and I'm not into being close to everyone. Is that wrong? No, it's not. I'm the same way. I really am the same way, yeah. I'm not sure if you're an introvert or not. Actually, they say that you can be both. There's a middle, and I forget what the name of that is, but there's where you're part one and part the other. I'm very extroverted. Obviously, I can talk on camera, and I do have friends, and I love to chitter chatter. But for the most part, I don't know if that makes me introverted. For the most part, though, I want my alone time. I think better when I'm alone. And I'm going to guess, Eileen, you are the same way. And you watch me all the time. So I'm guessing that you really do connect up with my personality also. You know what I'm thinking too? I'm thinking that COVID kind of helped push this along to where we were so used to being alone and being afraid to be around people that it's kind of taken over our psyche. It's kind of become a cultural thing now to where we need to be alone. We want to be left alone. We want our alone time. We got a taste of it and we got used to it. Yeah. So what can you do with your neighbor? Well, I think that's a good thing that you're doing. You're waving and you're saying hi, but there are other things that you can do. Let me get a drink. I've got some tea. It's chai green tea. Would you like to share? There you go. Cheers. Let me keep this handy. Yeah, my throat's a little, I have to keep clearing it. I'm not sick. It's just I have to clear my throat a lot. Let me just share a little story of mine. I am mainly solo. In fact, I spent most of Flagstaff being totally isolated and secluded. I was off to myself, and I preferred it that way. I wanted it that way. The only other person that I ever really contacted with or interacted with was Max. I mean, he would spend time off and on in Flagstaff. So there for a month, yeah. So I could converse with him and see him face to face, and we would talk. That's really about it. Otherwise, other than that, I was like saying hi to like the person at the rec center, at the counter, or the greeter at Walmart. Yeah, or some of the cashiers, they got to know me because I was there so often. So some of the cashiers, and we would say, and we would just like compliment each other. I like the way this one lady did her hair. So I would say, oh, your hair looks good today. And then we would maybe say a couple other sentences, and that was enough for me. That was it. That's all I needed to know face to face, that there were people that I could smile at and be friendly with. Like you, Eileen, that you waved and you smiled at your neighbor. And that's really nice. It's really nice to be smiled at, isn't it? In days like these, getting a smile is really like a big deal now, because so many, especially young people, they don't even smile. They're very stoic. Yeah, they don't want to show any emotion. I think COVID kind of like zapped us all. You know, we can come out of it. But if this continues on, like they keep coming up with these things and they want us to stay secluded and they're pitting us against each other, the governments or the politicians or the powers that be want us to be divided up. Well, you know, so that we're fighting amongst each other. You know, and if this stops, we can all get back together. We really can. But for now, it seems like it's better for us. We are more comfortable to be alone because we don't know. I mean, it's exhausting. Are you right or are you left? Right? Are you woke or are you awake? Yeah. Do you like women or don't you like, you know, I mean, it's like, yeah, you don't know what side people are on. What's your religion? What are your beliefs? And there's so many people now that won't deal with other people that don't think like them. And in some ways, within good reason, because it's exhausting to talk to somebody who has a totally different, and it seems like we're cut right down the middle. It's exhausting dealing with people that have such different views on big issues. You know, and then you take the time. I know a lot of you are relating to this. So you take the time to get to know somebody, and then all of a sudden they'll say something, a phrase, and that all it takes, you know they're on the opposite side of you, no matter what side you're on. You know, if it's using phrase words that aren't on your side, you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And you really want to back away. So you've already invested time. Now, should we all be talking to each other? Maybe. But these days, maybe not. You know what I mean, maybe not. When it comes to family, I think we all need to be open. Okay? Yes. I've got all sides on my family. We are a mixed family. And guess what? We don't care. They are entitled to their beliefs, and I'm entitled to mine, and that's how we work. Except my youngest. Except my youngest. Yes, he's pretty much, yeah. He doesn't like somebody outside of in the family. He doesn't like somebody outside of his comfort, you know, on his whether he's right or left, and I won't say. But yeah, no, he's pretty gung-ho on that. So we just like, okay, well, you know, when you want to come around, you come around, I guess. But we don't get into those conversations. But we're talking about a neighbor. You're not emotionally invested in your neighbor. You want to be cordial, but you don't want to get close to, and there's probably good reason not to. With a neighbor, oh my gosh, if things don't work out, you're stuck with them living right close to you. And if they turn out to be real a-holes, you know what I'm talking about. We all know who they are. Ooh, you can't like wipe them off. They're right there. Yeah. You know, and if they're really bad, I mean, you could get scratches on your vehicles. So I think it is a good idea. Some of you might disagree, and that's okay. Leave in comments if you disagree with that. But for me personally, I would suggest don't get close to your neighbors, not in this day and age. Unless, I mean, the days of, let me know, I could be wrong in certain parts of the country, but block parties might be days gone by. Because everybody has we're so divided. you wouldn't be able to talk with anybody about, like what's going on. Because once they do mention and let let everybody know at the block party, well, this is my stance on what's going on. You know, um, it's just going to divide people up. And if you try to discuss it, it's going to get heated. Yes, it really is. So I say waving and smiling is good. It lets them know, yes, we're friendly. We're friendly people. And it's nice to know that you're friendly people. We both wave at each other. But getting close, no. Now, I'll tell you what goes on in my world, because I don't converse very much with a lot of people except my family now. Well, out and about, actually last year, it was a little different. There were two people at the park that I conversed with all the time. They were really cool homeless people. They really were. They had it together. They were normal. They had it together. And they're not here this time. So I'm kind of like, too bad. I was really looking forward to catching up with them to see what's going on. Well, when I meet somebody homeless out here, just walking by, and I might ask them and say, how you doing? Some people say, oh, you're so mean to homeless. No, I'm not. I'm mean to homeless people. I'm not mean to them, but I don't like them when they're criminal types and they're nasty and they use really nasty language and they're so dirty. It's like they just take garbage and dump it out and then kick it around. No. That I find disgusting. But there are homeless people. I'm nice. And the homeless people. So what I do is I chat with them for a while. For like 20 minutes. I want to see what they're about. And I want to encourage them. And when I'm done, if they were cool, I'll say, feel free to say hi to me, and I'll say hi back. That way, because I know what it's like to be homeless. Well, no, I don't know what it's like to be homeless. I guess I am sort of homeless. But I know what it's like to be secluded. You're not in a community per se. So you want to make sure it's always nice to know that somebody's willing to smile and wave at you. It just makes you feel good. It really does. Like, I'm sort of new back in Tucson. I want to know that people are friendly towards me. It just makes me feel better. Which today I had to go to UPS store to return my lens, and the gal behind the counter was a young gal who was very stoic, no emotions. She was a robot. And I find that kind of unnerving a little bit. Yeah, it's like you feel weird when you leave. Yeah, it's like, that wasn't, you want people to say hi and be friendly towards you. It makes you feel better. Okay, so that's what I tell somebody if they're homeless out here and I meet them at the park. I'll say, feel free to say hi to me. And I'll say hi back. Yeah, I just want to let them know that there are friendly people around, and they're not horrible people. They're not people to run from, and they're not people to look down on. Yeah. So that's my advice. That's my experience of being not so much an introvert, but I definitely like my alone time. I definitely do. So I want to talk about now, let's finish this up, how to communicate introversion to friends, family, and neighbors. Okay? Communicating introversion to friends, family, and neighbors can be done kindly and assertively to help others understand what your needs are, because this is your life, and foster healthy relationships. So here are some good ideas for you. Let others know how you recharge, because that's what you really are trying to do, Eileen. You want to recharge after working. You don't want, and sometimes, like I said, being friendly with neighbors can bring drama. You don't want drama in your life. You want to be left alone on your off time. At work, it sounds like for 12 hours, it sounds almost like you're a nurse. I'm going to guess you're a nurse. And you have to deal with people all day long. You have to be cordial. You can't be an introvert. You have to be extroverted to be a nurse. You can share that you regain energy from quiet time and that socializing, while enjoyable, can be draining. Just let them know. If the next time they invite you, tell them that. Say, on my alone time, I have to deal with so much. I appreciate that you want to spend time with me. I'm honored. Yes, but I can't do it. Yeah, I on my alone time, that's it. I'm done. It's exhausting as it is. Now, frame your needs positively. Explain that wanting time alone is not a rejection, but about self-care. So you can be more present when you do interact. Waving and smiling is as good as it gets. Yeah, as good as it should get. Be honest about boundaries. Clearly state that you need quiet time for yourself and offer alternative ways to stay connected. You can do exactly like I did. Say, feel free, wave at me. You guys seem like great people. I just, at this juncture of my life, I can't get too involved. It would wipe me out. And then I wouldn't be able to support myself. Yeah, that says it right there. You have to support yourself. Use humor if comfortable. Light jokes about your personality. I've done that before. Yeah, with my personality, yeah, I need alone time. You don't want to see me when I don't have my alone time. It's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight. Yes. Offer specific examples. Yes. Share real situations. You can share a situation where you got overwhelmed and you turned and it's just not good because you don't want to be rude to them. If I'm so tired and I don't have my alone time, I could get, I might not be as friendly as you see me now. Yeah. So with your neighbors, express appreciation for invites, while gently declining. Yeah. Thank you for thinking of me. I like time to myself after work, though. Suggest simple social gestures that fit your comfort zone, such as a brief chat or friendly waves. Yeah, maybe a brief chat, or just like a couple of sentences. Everything going okay over here? Everything okay going in the neighborhood? Is there anything I should know about? Okay, well, I got to go in now because I am exhausted. Yes, and I'm probably going to stick to myself until I go back to work because it's been it's just been kind of my work is very engaging and I need this. Choose calm, low stimulation environments for deeper conversation, which can help you connect better when socializing is needed. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not so sure that it's in this day and age, it's good to chat, but I'm not so sure it's good to get to really get involved. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. It wouldn't be up my cup of tea to do that if I lived in a neighborhood. It really wouldn't. Now, I remember growing up, oh my gosh, my parents, it depended on the neighbor. We had one neighbor beside us, and there would be people move in and out. And we lived in regular homes, nice homes, and and then they would move, and then somebody else would buy the house. And it really depended. But right at the end, before I moved out, turned 18, a family moved in there. And my parents, they all became very good friends. And then 3 houses down was my best girlfriend that I grew up with. I moved there when I was 3. She was only 2. So we were she was my childhood friend. She was my closest childhood friend, Anne. And the parents, they played cards on Saturday night. So there's a neighbor thing. I think it happened more in the past. But, and it probably does go on in certain parts of the country, like maybe up in Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine or something. Yeah, the neighbors know each other and they are very friendly and they get together. They have Saturday night parties, probably nice ones if you're in Maine or, Martha's Vineyard or whatever. I mentioned they're probably pretty big. So yeah, they would invite the neighbors. But these days you just don't know. I would be very leery. Yeah. That's my advice. Yeah. So setting and communicating boundaries as an introvert, if that's really what you are, I don't think you are. I really don't. I think a lot of this COVID thing has made us, and as we get older, we want time alone. We don't want the drama. I don't feel this need to be chitter chattering all the time, face to face with people. Yes. So you want to encourage respect and understanding from those around you while helping you maintain your own well-being. Yeah, I'll end this. So let me know what you think. Okay. So let me wrap up what my advice is. If I was Dear Abby, I'm Dear Lee, I would say just the next time they invite you to something, be very honest with them, but gentle, and say, I work 4 days a week, 12 hours. I'm exhausted. I need not to talk to anybody. I've got to be quiet during my 3 days off, because otherwise I can't refill my bucket. Yeah, I can't refill back up. Okay, so, but let's wave at each other and smile. I'm very friendly and you seem like wonderful people. But I can't, at this juncture in my life with my working, I can't really do a lot of visiting and communicating one-on-one with people. It's just the way my personality works right now. So I appreciate the invites, but I will be declining because I just don't have the time. And there's so many things I want to get in on my 3 days. So that's all you got to say. That's my advice. And I just feel that in this day and age, that getting to know your neighbors might not be the wisest thing. This depends on what kind of a community you have. Yeah. So there's my advice. I love you guys. Yeah. How to be a modern senior. The modern senior. We're all getting into that age group, and even Gen X's are getting up there. To be a modern senior, what's it like being a modern senior? You know, we're not the same as our parents were, the silent generation or the ones before that. No, we're different. We're not, we dress different, we talk different, we have different interests. I mean, the boomers were from the 60s. We're cool. And we don't want to slide into being uncool. Okay, we don't want to become curmudgeons, okay? We don't want to become grumpy. We don't want to become unhealthy. We want to keep active, and we want to be able to communicate with other people. Yeah, with not so much in a young way, because, you know, I mean, we're older, we're seniors now, but we want to do it in, you know, a way that makes sense, that makes us feel alive, right? So that's what the modern senior is about. It hits all aspects: eating, exercise, communicating, mindset, yeah, working, things like that. I will see you tomorrow morning, okay? I love you guys a lot. These are fun, aren't they? Dearly. See you tomorrow.